Well, your boy sure did make the ATR indicator popular. Now everybody wants a piece. It is the ATR-based EMA. Pretty straightforward. I think you can probably determine just by looking at it what type of indicator this is going to be this week. But we'll go ahead and move right into things. If you're new, first of all, welcome to No Nonsense Forex. This is the premier indicator channel in all of YouTube. It's always been that way. Enjoy the video, but it's not going to make a ton of sense to you. So what you need to do right after this, go to nononsenseforex.com. Read that first page. Watch that first video. Get caught up to the rest of us. It is kind of long, but it is very much worth it. For the rest of us, let's move into things. Now, this is going to be a user-submitted indicator. I think we've done about 3 or 4 of these now. So shout out to Jason for this one. It was originally a TradingView indicator. And then one of Dan's coders got a hold of it and picked it apart and took a particular component out of it because he felt that component would test very well. And it certainly tested well enough to make the show. So well done on that. And if you want to kind of see how that whole thing went down and a little more of the technicals here, definitely go to the blog. That's where you need to go for stuff like that. But for the rest of us, let's jump into the specs. Year's going to be 2023. This thing was coded like a week ago. This is by far the most modern indicator we have ever had here. And thankfully, the MT4 strategy tester has no idea when these things were coded. So you can still backtest these as far back as you need to. Type's going to be a baseline, if you haven't already figured that out. EMA, baseline, of course. Subtype, no, it's baseline. And then as far as exits go, you guys know how I feel. In most cases, baselines aren't really great for that. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. There it is. It's a baseline. If you don't already know, when price crosses and closes above the baseline, that is your signal to go long. When it crosses and closes below, that is your signal to go short, all provided that the rest of your algorithm allows you to do so. Pretty good looking example. We have a couple immediate stop outs. Usually a good algorithm will prevent most of those from happening. That's probably a loss. I don't know about that, but good otherwise. I mean, get you into these nice long runs. Rejects a bad signal there. At least it looked like it did. Might need to thin that line up a little bit. But yeah, pretty nice. We have seen some indicators that just look terrible on the example actually perform very well. So it'll be interesting to show you how this one performed. And we're about to do that. Before we do, understand that these tests could have been done recently, like this one was, obviously, because it just got coded, or a few weeks, few months back. You don't know. So don't get too caught up over these results, whether they're really good or really bad. Only thing that matters is how it performs in your system. You must immediately test this yourself after you have gone and read the blog and watched Dan's video. Speaking of, everything down below, we got you so hooked up. We got the My Automation blog that shows you how to test this yourself on the MT4 strategy tester if you didn't already know. The blog that shows you the tweak settings that you're going to need to know if you want this to be optimized and how this whole thing kind of went down. I think there's other opportunities within this indicator to maybe pick it apart and test other components too, for those of you who are up for it. Dan's YouTube channel, which shows you how this indicator moves in real time. It's just an addendum to the video you're watching right now. So if you want to continue your education on this particular indicator, that's a great place to go. The second email address where your dreams can come true, you can send us an indicator for review, and we might actually profile it here just like we are doing today. And as always, a link to the indicator library where you can download this particular indicator and every indicator we have ever profiled on this series. So without further ado, let's see how it did moving to Euro USD, and for a baseline especially. This is really nice. Pluses everywhere. Good win-loss ratio. Not the most amount of trades ever. Some people might think those are a bit low, but good results, man. Almost 9.5 before the game even starts. Just on a baseline, that's pretty darn good. Even better on the 4-hour, which, as you're going to see, we've been trending towards this, this trend of 4-hour outperforming the daily chart. I don't think this is going to be permanent, but this is certainly something that's not out of the question. And on every one of these, I think you're going to see the 4-hour chart outperform the daily, which is nuts. But 4-hour traders, rejoice. You guys have had a good run of it. Moving over to gold. I don't think gold is really too exciting as far as the results go. We've shown you, recent results in the 30s and 40s as far as ROI goes. So we'll just go ahead and move on from here. S&P, though, is where it gets awfully interesting. Look at the 4-hour here. Bananas. 20%. I mean, approaching double the benchmark on one indicator, and that indicator is a baseline. Come on. That is easily the best result we've had on the S&P 500. I'm sure some of the spreadsheet warriors will come in and correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. That's got to be, because that is such an anomaly. So, as I think I've said before, the three of you somewhere in Germany who use the 4-hour chart to trade indices, today is your day. You now have a baseline to test out, and it should do pretty well. Over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin just overall has not done great. Again, you're going to see the 4-hour outperform the daily. But even with the previous run-up we have had in Bitcoin, we have not seen great results lately, which is also strange because I know most crypto traders right now are absolutely destroying it and have been for the past few months. But maybe we've just hit a rough patch with this. I don't know. We hope you have enjoyed another installment of the Indicator Profile series. Subscribe, hit the bell, at least give us a like, because this channel is on your side. We have the Trading Psychology podcast every Monday-ish. We have Indicator Profile series every Wednesday. Blogs sometimes on Thursday, and the 10-Minute Contrarian Investing podcast every Saturday. Don't miss a thing, traders, and go get it.